Hello and what is going on, everybody? Thank you for watching today's video, and if you happen to learn anything, make sure you throw a like. And if you want to stay updated with videos every single week, I make videos on the Pokemon investing side, the market, collecting, and everything in the Pokemon space as a whole. Today we are going to talk about the blessing or the curse of what has just happened, of the Destined Rivals restock that has just happened on the Pokemon Center website. So we'd seen every product, the single booster packs, the booster bundles. I believe that there were some 3-pack blisters, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And we also seen the booster box restock. We did not see the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes restock, which could come at a later date, like how Prismatic kind of had spurts of Elite Trainer box reprints. Maybe Destined Rivals will get somewhat of the same treatment, just on a separate occasion. But it is a mainline set, so we cannot make that guarantee right now. We just kind of have to go with what has happened before our eyes. And I went for this drop. I was lucky enough to secure a booster box, but I was not able to get anything else, which is perfectly fine. That is exactly what I was looking for, was the booster box, because wow, such a good set, so nostalgic, and it just brings me back to my childhood because wow, 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 Team Rocket stuff is cool, honestly. But what can we take away from what happened? I got in the queue, probably I joined up about 15 to 30 seconds after the queue initially went live, which normally you should wait about a minute, but recently Pokemon Center has been dropping product immediately as soon as queue goes live, so that kind of made me cut down my join in the queue time by half. But even more so nowadays, I think as soon as the queue goes live is when you're going to want to join into the waiting list, because wow, things went so fast. So fast. Now that could be the increased amount of demand with how many people are going for these Pokemon drops now, but seriously, if this is the great Destined Rivals reprint that we were expecting for the booster box from Pokemon Center, then wow, I have to consider myself extremely lucky for getting one, because that sold out so fast. It sold out probably within a half an hour to 45 minutes within the queue going up. It was not long at all. It was extremely fast. I was, I believe, 15,000th in line, which is not that much compared to how many people have been seen in these Pokemon Center lines before. I think with Phantasmal Flames, we seen close to like 2 million at its peak. So if I was literally 1% of the amount of people that could potentially be in this line, then 99% of the people that were in that line did not get the product that they wanted. That is a terrible, terrible statistic to have for a hobby like this, specifically for the booster box product. And I really, it has to be artificial scarcity. There is no way that Pokemon Center is just going to drop 30 minutes worth of product in a line that stagnates people from entering its website and expecting that to be the final print run. I truly don't believe that this is the final print run that we're going to see with the Destined Rivals booster box. And I don't believe that we'll see short reprint cycles like this. Like how this sold out with the quickness within the hour. I feel like over time, as we start getting more and more drops and we start getting later into the year, closer to the anniversary, we'll see more Destined Rivals reprints of this booster box, hopefully. And hopefully for a way longer period of time than what they were actually on the website for. And we've yet to see anything with the Elite Trainer boxes. Shoot, even in stores, we've yet to see really anything with the Elite Trainer boxes. It's like once a set comes out now, you expect it to be in the stores within the first week, 2 weeks, maybe a month. And then they're already moving on to the next set or the next wave of products that are coming out. And they just leave everything else in the past. You do not know how long it has been since I've seen a black and white product in stores. And that set just came out. It just came out. I'm seeing more Journey Together. I'm seeing more Mega Evolutions. I'm seeing even some Destined Rivals. I'm seeing more Sword and Shield stuff and Crown Zenith than I'm seeing actual Destined Rivals or Black Bolt and White Flare. So they have to be having some sort of artificial scarcity situation for their marketing tactics right now. And they're kind of cycling out their older inventory. So that's probably why we're seeing Crown Zenith stuff. I've seen Silver Tempest. I've seen some Paradox Rift, some Obsidian Flames, just kind of like random things from a little earlier, couple years back, has been popping up, but not big products. Definitely single packs, a lot of blisters, maybe a mini tin. Nothing too crazy out there though. But it definitely seems like there's some artificial scarcity because wow, we're just flying through sets right now, giving a small little reprint, restock, and then moving on to the next set. Because what is happening right now is absolutely absurd. It is crazy. You cannot expect your hobby to thrive when you are constantly pricing out and pushing out your most casual fan base. When you're dropping products in stores while the kids are in school, when you're dropping products on weekdays during work hours, it's not a very kid friendly hobby at the moment. The viewership, the fan base has definitely changed a lot with what we're seeing right now. Even if you just exclude all of the scalpers, the middle-aged people that are going out and standing and waiting for product, the fan base is definitely a lot of middle-aged people right now because of the nostalgia factor, the old fan base. But by bringing in a younger audience, like their kids, that's pretty much the main reason, probably one of the only reasons right now, besides the games, that are bringing a younger audience into this hobby. So, with us pricing the casual fan out with how they are restocking things during weekday business and school hours, it's hard to see a big future right now with how these marketing tactics are going. Who knows? Maybe even 10, 20 years down the line, the kids that are experiencing this right now, they're going to think, holy crap, this was an extreme craze back then. I remember that. What was it all about? And then they get back into it. That is an extreme possibility as well, but it's kind of reaching. So, with the whole Destined Rivals situation that's happening right now, with what we just experienced from a very hyped mainline set being restocked on the main company's website and it's selling out extremely fast for probably a good 85-90% of people that truly wanted one not being able to get one. It really makes people question a lot of things and how sustainable it truly is for the future. So I don't really know what we are going to expect from the future, especially with the 30th anniversary coming around. I applying all of my investment and stock and financial knowledge from everything I've learned prior to going into the Pokemon space. You want to kind of sell the rumor and or buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. That's kind of what I see happening right now is the 30th anniversary. Everybody's like 30th anniversary, everything's going to reach its peak. It's going to go crazy. Everybody's going to jump on this hype train because the 30th anniversary and it's a big celebration. I don't know. it might be one of those things where everybody sees it as a top indicator and just offloads hordes of product at a time. And I do feel like that there is definitely a demand and a portion of people that will buy a lot of this product, but with the amount that is being hoarded at the moment by the abundance of people that have gotten into the hobby, we could experience a very, 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 very big crash for the 30th anniversary. And that's my personal prediction. I think the 30th anniversary might do more harm than good to the secondary aftermarket. You have to think about real world factors and how there is expected economic downturn around the corner. And you have to apply that to real world, I don't want to say assets, but definitely physical items that now have a market. So, really, just be careful. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Make sure that you have fun in the things that you're doing, that you're not doing this all for selfish monetary gains, that you have an actual reason behind the things that you're collecting or investing in. You have to have an actual belief and justification for why you want to do the things you want to do. You can't just jump into things willy nilly, blindly, shill money at it, and hope for the best outcome. So definitely do research and look into what really brings you into the hobby and why you want to stay in it or why you want to leave it. That's just my personal thoughts on the whole thing with how this Destined Rivals reprint kind of made me feel about Pokemon in general at this point in time. It's very interesting. But that's pretty much all I have to talk about as far as the Destined Rivals situation goes. Hopefully, we see more reprints in the future. Hopefully, we see those Elite Trainer boxes come back. Who knows? Everything else seems to want to hop onto the shelves or on the websites except for those ETBs, which is extremely strange. But we will all see in the future. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day. And like I said, if you want to stay up to date with weekly videos of the Pokemon investing, collecting, and overall market as a whole, make sure you subscribe and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.